everyone, Michael Wolverine here with another video in my collection showcase. Today's video is going to be my Nintendo GameCube collection. So the GameCube is kind of special to me. I recently started retro collecting about 2 years ago, give or take. And when I started, I was always thinking about it and just wasn't sure if it was something that I would really get into and would actually play all these old video game consoles. And I finally pulled the trigger, and the first system I got was the Nintendo GameCube. So I don't really want to go into my thoughts and why I went with the GameCube, because I did kind of make a video about that in the past. I'll put a link in the video at the end, so if you want to watch that video, you can see kind of why I went with the Nintendo GameCube. But anyway, so this is the console that I got. I bought it off of Amazon. It had 2 games at the time, a controller, and this memory card that's in here. It's obviously the indigo purple model, and so one of the games I think I sold, I want to say it was Tak and the Great Juju Race or something like that, so didn't really care for it and I got rid of it. But I do have the other game that came with it. Nothing special, but always nice to get a few games when you purchase a new console. So of course, here's my console, and I got my memory cards in there, and I have the Game Boy Advance player, which is a fantastic accessory for anybody who has a Game Boy Advance library or Game Boy Color, or even original Game Boy. It plays all the line, and it's fantastic on the Nintendo GameCube. And I also want to point out, I do have this on the back. This is the Eon GCHD. I don't know if you can see that, but basically this is an adapter, a plug and play adapter that is just amazing for this console. So basically what it does is it plugs into the digital out port on the back of the GameCube, and it allows you to use the progressive scan mode for the games that are formatted for it. So essentially this is just a plug and play adapter that goes straight into your GameCube, and then it has a port for an HDMI cable right there. And so any standard HDMI cable, you can plug it in there and plug it into your TV, and it's fantastic. The games look amazing. There's a bunch of settings too that you can adjust that can kind of get you the best picture that you want. It is a bit pricey. I think it runs about $150, which is a little bit much, honestly, just for an adapter, but it does really make a difference. So I highly recommend it for anyone that's looking to play the GameCube games over HD. The one thing to keep in mind, though, is I'm not going to take this off because it is a little tough to get it. It's a really snug fit. But there you should have 2 ports on the back of your GameCube. One is the AV port, one is the digital out. If you don't have both ports, you wouldn't be able to use this adapter. So make sure you have both ports if you are going to get this. But again, I highly recommend it. It is fantastic. All right, so let me go through the controllers. So here's the standard purple OEM controller that came with my console. This one's in pretty good shape. Stick, rubbers there. Buttons aren't too sticky. Perfect controller. Got a couple nicks and stuff, but nothing major. All right, so I did buy a couple on a lot. So I bought a lot off eBay shortly after I got the GameCube, just to get some extra controllers. It came with a black Nintendo GameCube controller. This is the original model. The only thing is the stick is a little floaty. I don't know if you can see that, but it's just kind of it's not very stiff. It's just very it just kind of doesn't sit upright, unfortunately, which does kind of suck. It works fine. There's no issues with it, but just not the best. But at least the rubber part is there, which is, you see a lot of this gets rubbed off over time, so that's the main thing. It also came with a couple of these third parties. So this is a GameStop version. These were those little cheap controllers you would get. They'd be right by the register when you check out. You get a new console, and it's oh, there's an extra controller for $20. And they're great, or they're not great, but I guess they're good to have. The A button's a little sticky or squeaky on this one. And then I have another one. I don't know what brand this one is. This is G3. I don't know. This is another, random third-party one. Again, it was in that lot, and I don't really think I'll ever use these, but I guess they're good to have if you ever need an extra. So let me kind of get these out of the way. But the main controllers I use, let me grab them real quick, are these right here. These are Wavebird wireless controllers. These are fantastic wireless controllers. If you guys are looking for the best way, in my opinion, to play GameCube games, these are the controllers to get. They are amazing. First-party Nintendo wireless controllers. They work great. And I'm not exactly sure what technology they use for the wireless, but I know it's not the kind of the infrared that a TV remote or something would use. So these use more of like, I think it's kind of similar to like a radio frequency, and it gives you great connection, and also it allows you to, you don't really have to point these at the TV. So it gives you a more modern wireless controller feel. The only thing you got to do is make sure you pick them up with these adapters. So basically these adapters will plug right into the front of your Nintendo GameCube, like so. And there is a little dial on the bottom of these controllers, and basically there's like 16 numbers, so there's 16 different levels you can set it to. So you set the controller to the same number as on the receiver, and it will sync up, and then basically you just turn it on and it works perfectly. Takes 2 AA batteries, so not too bad. The only downside is it does get rid of the rumble feature, so you won't have that feature in your video games. But again, to me, it's a fair trade because these are fantastic controllers. All right, guys. So now let's get going with the games. Let's start going through my games. So the first thing is for that GameCube adapter, Game Boy Advance adapter, I do have the Game Boy Advance player disc. You will need this disc in order to play those games, unfortunately. And this disc can actually be rather pricey. This is the original case, but obviously you can see there's no manual. And there's also a sleeve that goes over the top of this case. Doesn't really bother me, to be honest with you, because the manual is nothing, like, it's not really a display piece. It's more of just like information on how it works. So I don't really care. Honestly, even if I didn't have the original case, it wouldn't really bother me because this disc, I mean, again, it's not something I'm going to display. It's just something I need. So I'm glad to have it. There is some ways around this disc. I think if you use the SD mod for the GameCube, you can upload the software on your SD card and play Game Boy Advance games. Use the player without this disc. And I've even seen some memory cards that are modded. So basically, you can purchase them on eBay or something like that and use a different video game. Usually they're specific ones, but it'll tell you in the item description. And supposedly you can play the Game Boy player. You can start it up without this disc. Haven't tried that, so I can't really speak on it, but it is an option. All right, so let's go through my games. So first, here's my loose disc games. So I got Namco Museum. I think I got this from Video Games Monthly way back in the day when I first started doing it. This one's from Retro Game Treasure. So the Namco Museum is a really cool game, actually. It's got a lot of different, Namco games, Pole Position, Pac-Man, Miss Pac-Man, Galaga, just some classics. All right, so this one's loose. This is Fireblade. If you saw my Retro Game Treasure video from back in the day, this one was one I got. Decent little helicopter shooting game. Let me get this back in there. All right. Another loose one here we got is Madden 2007. So I got quite a bit of games, so might run through some of these a little quickly. Just want to try to get through this without making this video too long. I got Spy Hunter. I don't believe this one is complete. It is original case, though. Actually, you know what? I think I got this in that Madden case, and I think I switched it. So this is the original GameCube case, but not complete. I got Call of Duty Finest Hour. This one is not a original GameCube case or complete, but fun Call of Duty game. I got a complete copy of Madden 07. I think I said that was Madden 08. That was also Madden 07. This one's complete. And this was the game that came with my GameCube from Amazon. So again, nothing to write home about, but something to play, I guess. Monopoly Party. This one is complete. Just trying to make room for all this. And then I got Nascar Thunder 2003. This one is also complete. It's a fun NASCAR game. I remember playing it when I was a teenager. Having a lot of fun with it. Alright, so I have Sonic Mega Collection. Complete. Let me do these in order. Sonic Adventure DX. Director's Cut, complete. Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. This is the Player's Choice Edition. Complete. Love this game. Had a ton of fun playing it growing up. That was one of my go-tos. I got the original Burnout. This one's complete. Love this game too. The only downside is it doesn't have licensed cars or licensed music, so everything's very generic. But it is a fun game. Alright, got Tony Hawk's American Wasteland. Player's Choice Edition. I got Wave Race Blue Storm. Get this one open. This one is also complete. Really fun game. Really like that game. Got that in Retro Game Treasure, my very first box from them, so they definitely sent me some good stuff that first time around, and that was one of the games. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3, complete. One of my favorite racing games, just honestly one of my favorite games of all time. Need for Speed Most Wanted. This is complete. Absolutely love this game. If you guys are a fan of the series, I'm sure you know about this game, but this is one of the best. It is just so much fun, and I just can find myself getting lost in it. I captured a little bit of gameplay footage from this game, and I couldn't put it down. I was like, man, I just want to play through this game again. It's amazing. All right, so I got Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2, Player's Choice Edition. This one is also complete. Most of my games are complete because I've gotten them from eBay, and obviously if I'm going to buy games at what their market value is, I'm going to buy them complete. So if they're not complete, either they were in a lot or I got them from Video Games Monthly or Retro Game Treasure. Another one is Need for Speed Underground. This one is not complete, but in an original case. All right. Got another stack here. Okay, so we got Simpsons Road Rage. Complete. So this one is basically a Crazy Taxi clone, but with Simpsons. I actually think it's better than Crazy Taxi in my opinion because it does have, you can unlock all the different characters and there's like 6 levels to unlock. And so each time you get a little bit of money after each round, and it has like a total counter, and when you hit a certain point you can unlock another character, unlock another level. So a lot of fun. I actually think, fun little fact about this game, I think, who made this? Electronic Arts, EA. I think they might have gotten sued by Sega, makes Crazy Taxi, if I'm not mistaken. I think they might have gotten sued by Sega because this is so much like Crazy Taxi. I'm sure they settled. I don't know the details, but yeah, kind of interesting, fun little fact. But this is a good game. You like The Simpsons, you like Crazy Taxi, I'm sure you'll love that game. There's also a 2-player mode, which is a lot of fun. Another one, classic for the GameCube, Metroid Prime. This one is complete. Just started this one up today. This is a great game. All right, I got a couple of games in the Mario Party series. This is Mario Party 4. Really like this one. This one's complete, of course. Definitely like this game. guys are a fan of Mario Party, I think the Mario Party games on the GameCube are some of the best. This one, I haven't played 6, so I can't really speak, and I know a lot of people like that one, but I really like this one. And then I also have Mario Party 5. I'm not a huge fan of this one. It's complete as well. They don't have items. They have these little capsules that you get. Not crazy about it. It's Mario Party. It's fun, obviously, but I would prefer 4 over this one. The reason I got a GameCube was for this game right here. Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door. This one is complete. Absolutely love this game. What can I say? It's a classic, and unfortunately this series, I think Nintendo did a good job with the most recent one on Switch, but this is the gold standard of the series, and they kind of went away from this style with it after this game, so I think that's why this game is just so popular. Great game. If you have a GameCube, definitely pick this one up. And then I have Mario Kart Double Dash. It's complete, not the bonus disc version. Fun Mario Kart game. Like it. Alright guys, so I got my last stack of games here. First one up is Eternal Darkness Sanity's Requiem. This one is complete. I've played this, I want to say I'm about halfway through. I thought I would like it better than I have. It's not a bad game. I just don't know if I enjoy it as much as I probably thought I would have, or as much as other people. I didn't really play this when it was new, so maybe that's why I'm kind of going in at it now. But I will try to finish this game. I think it's definitely kind of a cult classic, I think, on the system, and definitely one that a lot of people enjoy. Alright, so let me go through these. So I got my Zelda games. Zelda Wind Waker, this is player's choice. This one is complete. What can I say? I mean, classic Legend of Zelda. This one is definitely worth, for anybody who's a Zelda fan. This is the promotional disc Zelda collection. This is complete, and this has Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, Legend of Zelda 1 and 2 from the NES. So definitely any Zelda fan needs this in their collection if they own a GameCube. And then I have Twilight Princess. Let's open. This one is complete. I actually just finished this one the other day. Kind of going back to revisit it. I did play it on the Wii initially and beat it. I like this game. The one problem I have is the Wolf Link parts. I just think it kind of takes away some of the Zelda. I just think it takes away a little bit of the game. I do like this game, but I'm not crazy about that part. And it's just, it takes so long to get going. Once you do, it's a great Zelda game. So the next group of games is actually probably one of my most cherished parts of my collection. I was always a fan of this series growing up, but I think as I've gotten a little bit older and I've been playing them now, I really do. I think I'm enjoying them a lot more. I think I just have the patience for them, and just maybe they're just more my taste right now. So, and what's awesome about the GameCube is the entire, at least the original collection of these games is all on the system, so it's really cool. So that is the Resident Evil series, and here is Resident Evil 0. This one is complete, 2 discs. Fun game. I'm not as crazy about the simultaneous players that you have, and then no item boxes. It does change up the gameplay a lot, which I see why they did it, but I'm not that crazy about it. Next one is Resident Evil. This is a remake of the original. This one's complete, 2 discs as well. Love this game. I mean, classic. I really think they did a great job. Capcom did remaking Resident Evil, the original. I have Resident Evil 2, probably my favorite in the series. Love this game so much. I think this is probably one of those games that whenever I'm just bored and just need something to play, can't think of anything, I'm popping this one in. I don't know what it is. I just love this game. It's awesome. Resident Evil 3 Nemesis, complete. Resident Evil 4, complete. This one also has 2 discs. And last but certainly not least, Resident Evil Code Veronica X. This one is complete and 2 discs as well. Be honest with you guys, I think this might be my favorite after Resident Evil 2. It's one of those, like, it's the kind of before they went and started to kind of change up the series. Before, I think this came out before 4. I like that old school style of just like, consuming your ammo or conserving your ammo, I should say, and then, the different puzzle solving and stuff. And I can see why they changed it. I think it was getting a bit repetitive, but I think going back to this game, I just love this game. I don't know. It was in my top 10 most memorable games as well. All right, so next up, we got Mario Golf Toadstool Tour complete. It's Player's Choice Edition, of course. Another one is Spongebob Squarepants, The Battle for Bikini Bottom. This one is complete as well. So this is a 3D platformer. It's on a lot of the different consoles. I think it's on the Xbox and the PlayStation 2. And it's pretty fun. I've actually never really played it. I did record a little bit of gameplay footage for this video, and I was enjoying it. I'm looking forward to going back and trying to play a lot more of this game because I love 3D platformers, and I think this one is pretty popular. And obviously, there's a reason it got a remake. So, yeah. All right, I got a wrestling game. We got Wrestlemania X8. This is complete as well. So, pretty fun wrestling game. Obviously not as good as the Nintendo 64 wrestling games, but a solid one. Fun little fact about this game, though. So, this actually, around this time, I think this came out in 2002. So, this was around that era where Stone Cold walked out of the WWE. And there's an interesting little fact about this game is that when this game released, or around the time when it was out, Stone Cold, had walked out. So they actually changed him on the cover and put The Rock in his place. So there's actually 2 different covers of this game out there, and I don't really think there's a difference in value. I think they're the same basically, but just kind of cool. I'm wondering if I need to get the second one, the other cover with The Rock on it. But literally the exact same cover, just got The Rock instead of Stone Cold. So thought that's interesting. And then another fun one, I think, is WWE Crush Hour. This is complete. I think this game is a lot of fun. My brothers and I had a blast playing this when we were growing up. I think it was just one of those games we saw, thought it was interesting, bought it, didn't know anything about it, and just enjoyed the hell out of it, honestly. Still a lot of fun. It's basically like Twisted Metal, but with WWE characters. And it's just a fun game. I mean, if you guys are into like Twisted Metal and stuff, and you like wrestling, I'm sure you guys might check it out. Bunch of unlockable characters, so a lot of replay value. And yeah, not like an amazing game, but I think you'll have some fun with it. It's pretty cheap too. All right, so the next few, these are the 007 games I have. So I have 007 Agent Under Fire. This one is complete. So this is when EA bought the license for James Bond after GoldenEye. They kind of took it over, and they did a pretty good job with some of these James Bond games. I mean, they're not GoldenEye, of course, but they're fun. They're fun James Bond games. I also have Everything or Nothing. This one is complete as well. I think this one is in third person, so it's a little different than the other ones. Haven't played it, but we'll check it out at some point. And then I have the Player's Choice Edition of 007 Nightfire. This one is not complete, but I think this is probably the best if I had to pick one of the EA 007 games, at least on the GameCube and this generation of consoles. It's a lot of fun. I remember playing a lot of multiplayer in this game and enjoying it. I think one thing that's cool about it that you can do, that you couldn't do in GoldenEye, is you can have bots. So if you only have 2 people and you want to throw a couple bots in to have a more full match, you can. So a lot of fun, and definitely if you get 4 people to play this game, it is a good time. All right, so I have one small little stack here. So the next one is Star Wars Rogue Leader. This one is complete. Classic game for the system. This is just any Star Wars fan, definitely pick this up. You'll have a blast. It's amazing. It's awesome. Just play it. I mean, it's a great game. I want to say it was a launch title for the Nintendo GameCube, and definitely a really good one to pick up on launch day, because this really showcased what the system could do. The look, the sound, plays like Star Wars, it feels like Star Wars, looks like Star Wars. It's a great game. All right, so the next two, I got Legends of Wrestling. This one's complete. And then to go with that, I have Legends of Wrestling 2. This is also complete. So these are basically like, it's Acclaim-made wrestling games where they license the wrestlers and not a wrestling company. So it has like, Hulk Hogan, Bret Hart, Scott Steiner, Sid Vicious, Jerry the King Lawler, so on and so forth. So a lot of classic wrestlers. And pretty fun wrestling games. Again, not the N64 games, but it's a good game. And what I like about these that always kind of was unique was the blood effects. So basically when you're wrestling, you can the blood will kind of get all over the ring and kind of stay in the ring as the match goes along. And I always thought that was really cool for some reason, because in other wrestling games, you might make your character bleed, but it just kind of stays on their face, and it just feels like a more authentic experience, and you really can see how brutal the match is when you can see blood all over the ring and stuff. So I don't know, maybe I'm a little morbid, but I thought that was a pretty cool effect. Always what I remember about those games, to be honest. All right, next one is Star Wars, Lego Star Wars, the video game. This is the first 3 movies, I think. This one's complete. And last but not least, The Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers. This one is complete. Definitely fun game as well. Back then, there were so many good licensed games, and this one is another good one. Kind of a hack and slash, not really an RPG, but just like a hack and slash adventure game, and your characters will level up, so you get to play as Gimli, Aragorn, and Legolas, and basically you can level them up, and they can get new moves and stuff, and you can go through the levels over and over and kind of have some replay value there with the different characters. And it's just a lot of fun. And then I don't have the Return of the King, but that actually had 2 players. So you could have 2 players simultaneously playing, and that was a lot of fun. So this is a really good game. All right, well, that's it, guys. That's my entire GameCube collection. I'm sorry about this video being long. Just a lot of games to go through, and just had some things to say about some of them. So again, I appreciate you guys checking it out. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Is there anything that I need to pick up for the GameCube that I don't have? Anything you recommend? Anything you like that you have questions on? Let me know. And again, appreciate you guys checking it out, and I'll talk to you later.